So as I was trying to beat stage 18 of the artifact material rate, I was trying to look for some free-to-play guides, but unfortunately I didn't find any. All of the guides had some legendaries that I didn't have, but I beat it. I came up with a strat, I came up with all the info and intel that you need, and I will show you guys the most accessible team to beat stage 18 of artifact material rate and the best strategy to go into it. Plus, I will give you some bonus tips as well. So first, we will go over the team comp and the requirements, then a live example. After that, I will give you 2 bonus tips to edge out even more damage, and that while being severely undergeared. And then the last thing I'll do is just show you the stats of each character that I used, so you get some intel on how they should be geared. So this is our team comp, guys. As you can see, all 4-star units, and then you have 2 5-stars that are free to play, and the last 5-star you don't need. I will put arrogance on the top right corner to deal with these oozes, and on the top right corner you can usually put in any fighter to deal with these oozes. And after the first showcase, I will actually showcase you guys a special tip that, like I said, that you can deal with these oozes without having a fighter that is geared enough to deal with them. So you don't even need to be able to deal with the top right corner. And that will be in the bonus tip. But the key 3 units here are basically Wrath, as you can see. Wrath right here, simply because he's one of your main DPS and a Lord, which is key. Then another one will be Komodo. Simply because of his bleed. If you go and take a look, his ultimate applies bleed for 40 seconds, so this is a lot of damage that he deals simply due to this percent damage that he's gonna apply, and on top of that he will increase your team's damage. And as you can see, I have here, as all of you guys will have, a Scarlet Hunt artifact. Everyone gets the Scarlet Hunt from the story mode, so this will increase his damage by 20% while bleeding. That's why Komodo is so good here. And I on purpose gave the Scarlet Hunt on Wrath instead of Abomination, simply to take some power away from Abomination and to show you guys that you actually don't really need that much power to beat it. So if I would have the Scarlet Hunt on Abomination, it would be even easier, but I put it on purpose on Wrath. Then, quick notice on Komodo, guys. It's a lot easier if you have him 6-starred, simply because his problem is that he doesn't have that much HP. As you can see, he has 9k HP at 5-star, at 6-star he has 14k. And the thing is, you need about 40,000 HP on your units to be able to survive the attack from Salazar. His ultimate, you need around 40,000 HP plus the bonus you get from the Lord skill, so you need about 40 to 45k HP depending on how much defense your units have. Which is why, as you guys can see, I built up some new pieces. I spent 2 million gold just for this guide. I didn't need him for my first clear, but in my first clear I used arrogance, and here I don't. So I put 3 HP pieces of the Guardian set on him simply so he can survive Arrogance's ultimate. It's really important that he survives his ultimate, and as you can see, due to that he has really suboptimal stats. He has barely any rage regen, a little bit of attack speed, and you really want attack speed and rage regen on Komodo, which is why if you have him 6-starred, it's a lot easier to gear him. As for his Awaken, I really recommend his Awaken 1. It helps him a lot to get his ult up, and you can craft him, fuse him. And also in terms of skills, I think getting some skills here really helps. If you get that 400 initial rage, it will get his ultimate up a lot faster. But yeah, that's about Komodo. And the good thing is, as you can see, that's why I like Rev so much in this one, is because he has 22,000 HP almost. And the same goes for Abomination. He has 30,000 HP, so they don't really need that much bonus HP. As you can see, he has 40k HP plus the bonus from the Lord will get him around 44k. And then the last key unit that I want to go over is Kyuk. The others we will take a look later. Kyuk, simply put in as much attack speed as possible and get some rage regen if you can. I didn't manage to get rage regen, but I gave him a bunch of attack speed, and as you can see, his attack interval, if we go and take a look, is at 0.9 seconds, so quite potent. Then as the last fighter for the top right corner, like I said, I will put in Arrogance for now, for this showcase, and then for the next bonus tip I will show you guys how to actually beat it without having a fighter on the top right corner. So we can just take some random unit that we're probably not gonna use. As for the fighters, guys, that you can use on the top right and top left corner, a few honorable mentions that I wanted to give you guys. One of them is Voroth. He can deal with the top right and top left corner because you need units with high base attack simply to get through the defense of your enemies. You need high base attack, so you can use Voroth. He has high base attack and quite a good attack speed scaling. And then you also have Strat, who also has a high attack and can deal with the top right, top left corner. But quick thing here, these guys actually, they need the Lord, and they need, on top of that, they need to be either really well geared or need to be level 60 to be able to deal with these top right, top left corners, which is why I'm going to show you guys a way to only have one fighter deal with the left side corner and have no fighter at all on the right side corner and still be able to beat it, which I'm excited for. I'm gonna show you guys. I haven't seen anyone apply this. I'm excited to show you guys this idea that I came up with. Then Vladov you can use if you don't want to use Komodo, and you can also use a Deimos instead of Komodo as well, because Deimos deals a lot of damage. As for the healers don't really matter. You can basically put in any healer and it's gonna be fine. They just have to reach your units to heal them. If you have a Eloin for some rage boost, of course use her. Then as for the tanks, of course the legendaries are gonna do well, especially some lord like Torador is gonna be awesome. King Hars, Regulus, but I personally like Oleg. You can also make it work with a Baron as well, simply due to his unyielding and his big shield that he gets. Other than that, I wouldn't recommend any tanks. I don't think Captain Reith is tanky enough or Azor is tanky enough to be your main tank. And now we're ready to go. What I forgot to mention is actually we have 3 bonus tips for you guys. So these can help a lot actually to win. So first thing first, you want to place a fighter and Cuke as soon as possible, simply so they can stack their ultimates already. Then when Salazar comes in, I'll show you. Once he puts his right foot up, like right now, he has his right foot in the air, then you want to place your tank, so your tank can attack here. Then as next up, you want to put your other fighter, who's going to be able to survive Salazar's ultimate due to the threshold you need, as we talked about. And now you want to let it run for a bit. And then as soon as next ultimate is going to come out from Cuke, right now you want to take him out and put our healer in. It's really important that you take Cuke out this exact second after he used his ultimate to save some time to be as efficient as possible. It was exactly this small amount of difference that actually made me beat it in the first time. Then we put our Komodo in here, so we have 3 nightmare units in place already, which helps them with their attack speed, of course. And then we place our Volca here. And as you can see, because the reason why I took Cuke out before my units were too low was simply because I want efficiency. It doesn't matter if I have Cuke out for 15 seconds or if I have Cuke out for 10 seconds, because I have to wait 60 seconds to get him back in anyways, right? So I won't place Arrogance like this. I will place him like a normal fighter, so he won't influence anything, just for you guys, so you can see that you can actually use someone else than a Arrogance here. Now we have Cuke back up and our team is fully healed, which means they can tank another ultimate. And now we have our setup pretty much good to go. We have our bleed applied. And we're just gonna try to rinse him down. See his ultimate. Then there we go. Now when there's many units coming in, you can actually deploy a fighter like here, a tank here, and that's pretty much it. That's the first run done. The first version, that's the best possible way to do it. We will take a look at the damage graph real quick, and then I will show you some avenues how you can do it if you don't have these exact units, if you don't have these exact strength of these units. So as you can see, Komodo did 1 million damage just because of his bleed, and Cuke did most damage of all of them, even though he wasn't in there the whole time. So this is for you guys. Then we go complete. Now I want to show you guys some other avenues that you can use. So the first one is my favorite tip, is the one without the fighter, right? We go without a fighter. So we put in a Decimus, and I will show you guys how I'm gonna beat it here. So first things first, again, put him here, put him here. Then since you already saw how it works, I'm gonna put everything on 2x speed. Okay, wait for Cuke's ultimate. Ba-ba-ba-bam. He applies all the poison that we want. Put in our healer. Put in our Komodo. Volca. And now here's the juicy part, guys, because you only need to stall. Oh, you only need to stall, right? So you're gonna put this. I forgot to ult. I forgot to use my ultimates. I hope it doesn't matter that much. Okay, they're all full HP, so we can actually use Cuke again. So you just wanna stall, and that's why I put Decimus on top, and he's invulnerable, so he will tank for a bit, and he only has like 18-second revive time, right? There's only a 18-second revive time. Now they want to fuse. I put in my next tank. I hope you didn't miss anything. So basically I just put in Baron. I don't know what my notebook is doing, but it's not much to talk about. I just put in Baron to delay these oozes to fuse. And once they fused, he will have his unkillable buff, so he will be able to tank them for a while. Now a bunch of these voidlings come in. What you can do actually with these voidlings is, because they're quite annoying, right? And that they take away some uptime, so what you like to do is just put a tank here. And now Baron is about to die. That's completely fine. So now we put in Decimus again. We could actually ult here and that's it. As you can see, you can deal with it without without having a fighter on top right corner. And now the last way I want to show you guys, actually there's still two bonus tips. One of them I already touched on a little. And this one will be with arrogance. Put arrogance in there. There we go. Now we'll go over the last two bonus tips together here. So we start off the same way as in the other fights. Take Cuke out. Komodo in. There we go. Okay, we're soon to be. I'm going to show you guys the last bonus tip. Okay, so the last bonus tip is if you have a ranged fighter that isn't really needed for Salazar, what you can do is make him deal with the oozes, but also deal with these voidlings that come down here. So you make him face down, and then on top of that, we'll use our ult here. You can even get more efficient than that, guys. You can even get more efficient than that. Is you're gonna place, as you can see, like every time these voidlings, these small mobs come in, my DPS loses uptime because he's focusing these mobs instead of Salazar. So what you can do is place a tank right here, and then your top side unit will deal with them, and your main DPS on Salazar will deal with Salazar and won't be distracted from these small enemies that come in. You can also do this without having a two-tiled fighter, a multi-tiled fighter that can reach down there. You can just delay the arrival of these voidlings by using a tank there. And I'll show you now the last bonus tip in the same run here is now when it's getting close, let's say it's getting close for you, right? And there's too many voidlings, like too many of these mobs coming in for your fighters to deal with. Then you can just place down a tank here and let these oozes on the top, let the oozes on the top fuse, and just let your tank deal with the voidlings to have some more uptime on your DPS to give you a little bit more time. I hope it wasn't too fast. I hope you understood what I meant in this last tip. Actually, I'll do it again. I'll cut it again to show you guys what I meant. Be right back. Alright, now we're getting closer to the end of the fight, and the last thing that I wanted to show you guys is you can actually take out one of these top right guys and let these oozes fuse and put a tank here just to stall some more time, because if they're, in case your units don't deal enough damage to Salazar like mine do, this way at some point there will be too many mobs coming in, right, for your fighters to take in. So you will take down your top right defense and put in a tank on the bottom side, simply so this tank will stall some time for your fighter, and this way it's just another small optimization, just like the thing to replace Cuke after result. It's a small optimization, but I think exactly these small optimizations make this fight. Like, it's these small things, especially for me, the first time I cleared it with arrogance in the same spot as I had Raf right now, and it was super close, and the difference maker was that I put in Cuke out exactly after his ultimate. That was the only difference. So about the gear, let's go over the gear real quick. This is my abomination. This is my arrogance. This is my Komodo, you already saw him. My Vortex, my Oleg, my Volca. Make sure to get enough attack on Volca if you don't have her 6-star, because you really need a lot of attack and to deal with these oozes because of the base defense. Attack is way more important here than the crit damage. You just want to rinse through the base defense. For people that don't know how the defense works in this game, you basically need higher attack than the enemy has defense, in simple terms, and the higher your attack is above the defense, the better, the more damage you will deal. If you have lower attack but you have more crit damage, you won't get through the defense, because the defense will only be applied to the main attack damage, and then after your attack got diminished by the enemy defense, the crit multiplier kicks in. So that's why attack is way more valuable. So a lot of attack on your right hand and left hand side lane fighter. Then Isolde, as you guys can see, I even stripped a piece of her to give it to Komodo, so Komodo can take the hits. And this is my Baron, as you can see, also really poorly equipped. My Cuke that you guys saw before, and my Naked Decimus. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the small details that you can apply to your artifact material raid runs. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can beat it now. I generally believe this is pretty much a perfect strategy for the run, with everything optimized and every optimization possible that I could show you, with the tanks placement, with the Cukes disengage, and. Please leave a like, please leave a subscribe, and I would love to see you here again. Other than that, I'm out. Peace!